number 1, we have 5 eggs and then 2 pieces of toast with some jelly on it, and that's absolutely it. So very simple, very plain, basic meal. We'll also rip a banana right before we head to the gym. I'm gonna let this digest, of course. I normally like to put my workouts a little bit earlier in the morning so that way I have more time in the day to do all the stuff that I need to get done. But what we're gonna do is go to the Zero Mart, which is like the grocery store around here, get lunch and dinner and a couple of meals for the week. We're about to head out and get groceries. Normally my pre-workout is Gorilla Mind, code JFalk right there if you want to help me out and save yourself 10%. But I don't want to walk all the way to the PX and get Gorilla Mind. So what we're gonna do is look for a pre-workout or a pre-workout to fuel today's workout. I've yet to find any kind of pre-workout powder or drink in this country. I don't really think it's too popular here. I see people walking into the gym with just like iced coffee as pre-workout. But I guess the caffeine is the most important part. At the Zero Mart. Main things we're looking for is chicken, once again pre-workout, carb source, fat source, vegetables, and of course we're gonna need stuff for my wife as well. I have like some name brands in here that everybody's familiar with. They have Monsters, Powerade, Gatorade, Coke, all those sodas. Really popular energy drink here that I don't think is in the States is this King, just a caffeinated energy drink. Once again, not a dedicated pre-workout, and of course you also have tons of coffees as well, like a lot of coffee, which is what most people just use for pre-workout anyway. Good bit of protein drinks. I did get a DM that even though this is 40 grams of protein, it's not a good quality protein. Now that is nice to keep in mind. Now I haven't found any rice in this store, but they do have a lot of noodles. So I'm okay with just completely substituting rice nowadays for noodles as my primary carb source. I don't mind. I do have a good bit of pasta. Here's all the noodles. Now they do have some rice right here, but it's not like in a bag. It's just pre-measured out, which I'm not against, but it's not my preference. Here's what you got in terms of meats. This is like a butcher area, but the chicken's pretty good price. 2 pounds for 10,000 won. That's like $7. So it's not the worst. A lot of variety. Got a lot of lamb, a lot of pork. A lot of fish as well. This is a produce market as well, so you got a ton of vegetables. Once again, pretty decent price. Now one of my favorite things here is 9,500 won. That's like $6 for 30 eggs. It's not bad at all. Maybe one of these days I'll try some of the more benign foods to me, like the squid right here. I guess in terms of the pre-workout today, we'll try this. What we got so far. All right, we just got back. All of those groceries were less than $20, not including all this stuff for my wife. For me, for the week is like $20, so not bad at all. But we got some chicken that we cooked up, and then we got a good bit of these. I like to have these without the seasoning. I don't like the seasoning too much, but the noodles on their own are fine. We of course got this energy drink, but of course my preferred energy drink is. All right, right there. All right, we just got dropped off where the next gym is. Today the gym is called the One Gym. I believe it's in this big building right here, but there's also another gym literally across the street on the other side of it. So if we go in this gym and it doesn't have enough stuff, we're gonna go to the other one. All right, a little bit bigger of a building, but I think it's on the 5th floor. All right, here it is. I really like the color scheme here. Very simple, just all black, but I'm a huge fan of it. Just kind of looking around, you got a lot of the M-Torture machines, a lot of new tech for the pin loaded, a little bit of hammer strength as well. All right, so we gotta wait for the owner, but until then, we're gonna get a workout in. They have a really good selection of back machines. Not a huge fan of this one there and pull down, but if you put a D handle right here, makes it a little bit better. Once again, you have this machine that we're working on right now. You have this machine that we'll probably give out a try for some shoulder extension. Then you have another kind of vertical pull down right here. Nice little row. You have another row as well. Now, I don't believe that they have the T-bar row that I'm a huge fan of, but that's okay. They've got multiple different things that do the exact same thing. So there's not really one machine that I absolutely need at every gym. There are multiple ways to replicate the exact same movement. So for that T-bar row, we just like scapular retraction with our arms all the way out here. And we can replicate that on like this machine right here. But once again, we'll just play it by ear and use as bunch of these machines as we possibly can for today's workout. You also have a really good variety of leg machines too. Nice hammer strength belt squat and dip station right there. An M torture leg press. You have this nice, what do they call it? Just a drop squat. If you're hitting legs, it'll probably feel really nice. Nice hack squat right here as well. Another good V squat. And a really nice leg press right here. And once again, the lighting of the color scheme here they have is really nice. It's not colorful at all, but to be fair, I don't really like when my gyms are colorful. I kind of like just a singular color, and black really fits it here. And I like the way that they have this thing set up too, where it's just a complete runway. I worked at a gym one time and it was kind of set up exactly like this, and the owner called it kind of a shotgun. I don't know why he called it a shotgun. He was saying something about running to the door. Good amount of leg machines right here, back machines, free weights right here. The view is also pretty nice as well. We're on the top floor. All of your free weights are right here, squat rack, and these also double as Smith machines too. And then you have a bench press further back there. But yeah, just look at this. It really flows together nicely. It's all your cardio equipment, treadmills, bikes, a couple of Stairmasters, and then a lot more treadmills right here for you. You also have a nice area for stretch and recovery right here as well. Of course, the view is very nice. They have this little leg machine tucked in the corner, but I'm actually a huge fan of these standing leg curl variations done through M Torture. Have a little bit more leg equipment, lying hamstring curl, seated leg extension, and then an adductor machine right here. So that basically completes the leg day if you were gonna hit legs here. So we're getting to a point where we've been to so much gyms. I'm thinking I'm gonna go through and just completely redo all these gym tour videos, make them a little bit better. But I just gotta come up with a format that I'm comfortable with working on here. I really like this one, huge fan of this one. Light gym was still like #1, but I mean, hell, this one might be #2 because it's also got a lot of space in here as well. And it's a lot closer than light gym too. You also can't forget about your cable stacks too. They have 2 of them, which as I said is always nice because they're popular machines. But got a nice view out here as well. Got a hammer strength shoulder press right here. Then you have a pin loaded NewTek one right here. You have another M Torture shoulder press right here, which today is back, triceps, and shoulders, so we'll try this one out today too. Now you have 2 really nice chest presses. You have an incline one done by NewTek right here. Then you have a flat press done by NewTek right here. Then you also have some plate loaded variations as well. This one is done through Advance. And then this is also, looks to be a really nice pec deck kind of thing. Done through M Torture. You've got the Olympia logo right here. I think we'll try this out for one set towards the end whenever we get in that physique update. But then you have another incline press right there. And they also have 2 dedicated arm machines. You have this overhead extension right here. And then you have a preacher curl done by hammer strength right there. So that just about does it for every body part in terms of machines. Well, they only have 1 bicep, 1 tricep dedicated machine, which is fine because you also have 2 cables right here, and that's where I'm going to spend the majority of my arm workouts anyway, and the dumbbells too. So maybe a dedicated machine isn't all that necessary, but variety is always nice. I think that, I mean, just like the last gym, this one has the most variety with its back machines. Yeah, everything back here is all back machines. They have more back machines than anything in this gym, which I'm cool with. I think that back can benefit from a little bit of variety, even though it's just shoulder adduction, shoulder extension, scapular retraction. So, but once again, I kind of like changing it up a lot, using different machines, feeling it in different ways. So I'm not complaining about a lot of back machines at all. My back is probably one of my strongest points, so I always like working it out. Good bit of chest machines, good bit of shoulder machines. They don't have like a standing lateral raise variation that a lot of these other gyms did, which once again, not a big deal, but it's just these small little things that are left out. Of course, they have a pin loaded pec deck right there. Now, I'm gonna see how much content we have, and then I'll decide if that justifies me splitting this up into 2 videos. But maybe I'll just keep it as one really long video, I don't know. All right, that was Spoo Day Fitness. Really good back workout, really good physique update. I will say one of the negatives is that there's no air conditioning there, so it's a little bit hot. But that is all right. Huge fan of that gym. If you're in the South Korea area near Gigante, I definitely recommend that you check it out. But that is it for the video.